right up around the, go up Fox Hill. We'd go to the top of Fox Hill up there and ride down that big dip. I mean, that was our favorite thing. Go see how fast we could go. You know, watch that speedometer. You know, you had to make sure we do 55, 60 down that hill and go up the other, see how far we'd coast up the other side. And we'd bike back down around. So, you know, we had a lot of good times. You know, like we didn't have like the packed games, you know, all this kid stuff like they got today. And, you know, we used to go roller skating every Friday night. That was a big thing. You know, going roller skating down here at the Russell Roller Rink. You know, we used to do that. You know, used to play football over in the side yard there at Craig Branstrom's house there. He grew up. And there was Craig and Gary, and it was always like 2 against 1. You know, I was from the South. I was a South guy, you know, and they're from the North. They beat me up all the time, you know. They were always ganging up on me. Then we got Scott Bauer was there, and Steve Bauer, he played with us. And, you know, we had good times growing up. And Gary, I remember, used to have these chickens. You remember those chickens he had, Ray? That chicken coop up there? He was raising chickens. And, you know, like today they have the Pac-Man games. Well, you know, we used to take those chickens and catch those chickens. You know, we go in that coop and probably get all scratched up. We'd take those chickens and put their heads underneath their wings. And Gary said that's how they weighed them, I guess. We'd put their heads underneath their wings and rock them back and forth. We'd rock those chickens until they fall asleep. And then we'd put them up in the coops, you know. We'd see how many chickens. We wouldn't leave until we get all those chickens asleep up there in their little coops. I mean, we did that for hours, you know. Hours we did that. And it wasn't just one time, you know, those poor chickens. You know, we did this like, we probably did this every other week, you know. I don't know how they ever laid any eggs. So, you know, then I remember, you know, Gary, he went off to college. Oh, I should say before that, though. You know, high school. You know, he played right guard. He played offense and defense in high school, right guard. And number 67. And anyways, you know, Gary wasn't the fastest guy running and that, but, you know, I looked at him, like this study on his Christian walk, you know, just steady. You know, he didn't have these up and downs in his Christian walk. You know, he was just steady. And I say by steady is, you know, it was a climb. It was always going up. So, you know, he had a good walk there with Jesus. So anyways, then we come along to, I remember Bill Phillips. He bought the Enos farm down here. And we used to go to, he had the youth group there at the church, and they used to have, I can't remember how many nights it was, every so often, they had youth group in the barn, a big old barn down there. You know, people would sing and that. And I think that's when Gary, you know, really put Jesus first in his life. Was down there. So anyways, then we go to college. He goes off to college. And, you know, Ray, he wanted some of that, you know, Taylor University, that Christian school. And the only reason he wanted to do that, he wanted to make sure he married a Christian wife. And that's where he met Karen out there. So mission complete, Ray. Mission complete. You did well. So, you know, Gary always said that, you know, that's the best thing he happened to him when he married Karen. So anyways, then I remember we started a youth group down here at the Russell Church. And that was a good time for us. You know, Gary came back from college, he was married, and he was at Edinburgh for a little bit working, and he come back down here, and he bought Dennis, Uncle Dennis's house there, next to Lorna Mack. I can remember remodeling, he was in there, I can remember remodeling that house. Jerry Jewell was across the street doing that house. And that's where the Jewell family started across there. So anyways, I wasn't into this construction stuff for putting things back together. My job was tear down. You know, I like that tear down, you know. So, you know, I remember knocking down the walls and knocking plaster off. And, you know, we had a good time. And Jerry Bloomgren was there and different people around, and, you know, we come by and help Gary the house. And anyways, back to youth group. You know, we had good times with that in the youth group there, the kids there for a few years. We did that. And,